What's going on, guys? It's Tremaine here, the most disciplined day trader on YouTube. So going long here in the PM session, using that mitigation block as an entry, I took a loss first, looking for previous day's low as a draw, realizing the signs that I just wasn't willing to go higher, so immediately flipping my bias and looking for those relative equal highs as a draw. Make sure to stick around till the very end of the video for the trade breakdown. It's just a couple minutes. I'll show you all the key levels I have annotated on my chart. I'll flip through the time frames and explain everything I was looking at before I got into the trade. Look at TradeStation or TradingView lagging. My power actually went out during this trade, so you're going to see it glitching a few times and whatnot. It was just a mess. But I'm buying another contract there inside of that up close candle. When you're in a buy program, when the algorithm is repricing higher, up close candles will be treated as mitigation. So I'm buying inside of that lower up close candle, and as we rally into that second higher one, I'm buying some more there. And this is actually a separate account. This isn't my main account. This is just an account I literally opened today, threw $10,000 in there. Because it's August and it's summer, I'm not really trading my main personal account as frequent. I'm kind of putting that on the back burner, but I decided to go ahead and open up a small 10K account just so I can make some change. And because I'm not used to the margin requirements and all that for this lower account size, I'm actually trying to buy more, but I can't afford it. So you're going to see me attempt to pyramid and add 3 minis, but it just doesn't let me. But I do want to buy more inside of that third up close candle, that highest one. Again, I want to see that be treated as a mitigation block. I'm trying to buy more there, but I can't. And you're actually going to see me buy the micros because I can't afford 1 mini. I'll actually head to the micros and just buy 5 micros, and I'll do like a little split screen. So right there, I just bought 5 more, but on the micros because that's all I can afford. So we're going to do a little split screen here. Turn all of that on, and there you go. You can see I'm now long 2 minis and 5 micros. So essentially, I'm long 2.5 minis. This is why I love personal funds. I don't even know if you can do that with a prop firm or in a combine, but the freedom with personal funds is just unmatched. So looking for that opening range gap as a draw. That's our current opening range gap. And I am planning to take partials at those relative equal highs. That's just a few points away. Again, this is live account, personal account, real funds. You'll see all of that at the end of the video as well for those who care about that stuff. Buy side in the crosshairs. I kind of like the idea of trading a separate, smaller account because August hasn't really been my best month. Definitely struggling more. That's why I haven't really been posting on YouTube or socials. It's just been a light trading month. I've been on paper a lot. I'm already done on my main personal account for the month. So I'm really just taking it slow, taking it light. In Discord, we're doing a lot of tape reading streams. Not too many pressing buttons. I'm really waiting until September to kind of pick that back up. So I haven't really been that active, but this was a nice one today, so I thought I'd share it with you all. And look at the lag. Look at the lag. This is where my power goes out. Look at the top right of the screen. That little network icon is flashing. I have no Wi-Fi right now. Chart's frozen. Oh my goodness. It's a mess. Look at this. I'm like, what the hell? And we're back. So I think that's the last time it bugs out on me. You can see bottom, it's a live account, connected, green dot, all that good stuff. So currently up about $2,300 or so. My partial for the minis is about to get booked. Just fell short. And I was aiming for $5,000 on the day, but I decided to not be greedy and just aim for reasonable targets. So I actually end up adjusting my take profit to a 15-minute bearish order block, which if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll see all those levels and time frames in the trade breakdown at the end. So there's my partial taking. 1 mini left and 2 micros left. So a good portion of my position coming off above the buy side. Stop loss moved to break even. Got about $85 locked in. And I'm actually getting ready to go out and grab lunch with Rachel, my lady. So I'm kind of all over the place. I'm grabbing my phone, my wallet, my keys. Trying to make sure I have the recording set up and ready to go, because I actually leave this recording on while I'm out eating with her on her lunch break. So all this that you're seeing here, I'm managing my stop, managing all the drawings and all that stuff on my phone at this point as I'm driving. Do not recommend doing that, but you know, I ain't perfect. So at this point in time, all of this is being managed from my phone. That is a 5-minute bullish breaker. That blue box you see me drawing out, you'll see that in the trade breakdown. But you can also see that breaker on a 1-minute chart. So you have that low, that high, and that lower low, that beefiest up close candle in between your 2 lows. That is your breaker. My stop loss is strategically placed beneath that. Almost gets me there, but does not trade to the low end of the breaker. And you can see that the micros have already taken me out of my position because I opened up my long on the micros a little higher. It came from my stop, but it's no big deal. The mini is still going strong. And after an hour goes by, I'm now back home, back to my laptop, full screen here, looking at that wick, watching to see if we could stay in the upper half of that, use it as support. And bang, right there, we hit my limit order to the tick, but it's not enough to cover the spread, so we just fall short of it. No big deal. Not worried about my stop loss or moving it or cutting the trade early, none of that stuff. I'm watching the feedback that the candles are giving me. Are we staying in the upper half of that wick? That's all I'm looking at. Stop loss has no importance to me right now. All right, and there she goes. So, beautiful trade, $2,500. Here's the verification, the proof, all the good stuff. Again, a separate account, just threw $10,000 in there. Market open, connected dot, all that good stuff. You can see the executions there. And a beautiful exit there, nailing the high of the PM session. So hopefully you found this one insightful, and here's the trade breakdown. All right, so real quick breakdown. This will just be a couple seconds, but here's that wick on the weekly chart, midpoint in the lower quadrant. Those are the 2 reference points that I'm referring to. Going to the daily chart, I'm also adding midpoint of previous day's wick. So I have 3 levels there from the higher time frame, and then previous day's low, which is what I was targeting on my first short attempt, which was offside. 15-minute chart. In regular trading hours, we have relative equal lows here. We take out sell side, trading into a fair value gap underneath the sell stops, trading into the lower quadrant of that wick on the weekly chart, and then we rally back above these levels here. Bearish order block, 15-minute, taking the low, drawing it through. You'll see my exit there. 5-minute chart, okay, longing down here, taking partials above the relative equal highs. We have a bullish breaker, a low, high, lower low. That runs out all the stops. Trades into the lower quadrant of that wick on the weekly chart. Immediate feedback higher off of that. And 1-minute chart here. This is where I took my long, adding more here, going in on the micros, adding more inside this up close candle here. Partial above the buy side, and my exit is on that candle there. At the low, that 15-minute bearish order block. So let's just zoom in a little tight, get some details. So at first I'm using this up close candle for shorts, looking for a previous day's low, which is not on the chart, but looking for a previous day's low as a draw. So I'm shorting here, I'm adding another one there, and then I get stopped. And then immediately using that same up close candle for longs, realizing I'm offside, realizing what we're trading into in the higher time frame, adding, and I'm also adding here on the micros, So long 2, taking 1 off above the buy side. And then beautiful, beautiful exit. High of day for the PM session right there. So that is it. Hopefully that's helpful. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.